Okay, so this is my pantry. It's kind of a mess. I only kind of apologize. Not really, because this is so my life. But it is right full. And it's a huge pantry. And I even have a second side, which is also right full. Even up at the top is right full. These spices are all right full. And I have all sorts of jars to put away. So I have to reorganize this. Bought another shelf for somewhere in this area, but I'm not sure where it's going to go yet. But I have a lot of work cut out for me. Wish me luck. Okay, so I think I've rearranged this corner to what I want it to. This freezer is a tiny bit closer to the wall on this end, and I can still fit everything in there. I moved the Berkey water filter over, and I bought this shelf at IKEA, and it's pine, painted pine. It's not great, but it's a lot better than most of their other shelves. So I bought a couple of those little metal shelves and stuff for inside there, and I think this shelf is going to be my canning / homemade / home dried shelf, and I'll just keep it all in one place. So I've got my canning supplies, everything I've canned so far, and the herbs and stuff that I've dried in there, and then at the top I have all the other containers that I reuse regularly. And then I'll get into this mess. I want to bring all those appliances down, and yeah, we'll figure this out later. Okay, so I finished my pantry reorganization, and I will show you what I did. Okay, in this corner I got the TV trays and the mat for standing on when I'm doing dishes or something. My giant deep freeze. On top of the deep freeze I have this recipe holder / phone holder, tablet holder thing, and my plant stuff. So in this corner I have recycling. I also have my Berkey water filter in the corner, and all my water bottles I do put all the way around that I fill up. And all my parts for it are in the green bin. So I have the ladder out here so it's more accessible. And I'm calling this white shelf that I just bought my homemade shelf, because it's got my jars and my canner and all my quote jams, which are really sauces because I don't add sugar or pectin. My dehydrated herbs and spices, and what else do I have in there? Mushrooms and kale, my pickles. I got jars and stuff on top, my most commonly used things for the Vitamix. So that's my homemade shelf. Over here we'll start at the top. So I got extra egg cartons for the boyfriend because sometimes he buys things really weirdly. Let's see, what is that? That's the inside of the fridge for our trailer, and then we got stuff up here like paper plates and cups and stuff that I'm not going to throw away just in case. Like, it's from when we did our kitchen renovations in our old house. This other shelf at the far end here is all like my fridge filters and my hot water on demand filter and all the wood chips for our Bradley smoker. And then I got some miscellaneous stuff here. So this is very wasteful, but they're a great thing for lunch. I have a handful that I just keep in my desk at work because sometimes I forget to take salad dressing. So those are oil vinegar. For salad dressing, I got all my cookbooks, which is funny because we really only use like these two at the end here. Pasta. This is quinoa. These are other noodles. My noodles section. My jars for pasta sauce, so it's just strained tomatoes, tea. I might have a problem. So I have a little bit of tuna and a thing of apple juice here. Kind of got some miscellaneous shown everywhere. This is beans, and there's a bunch in the back too. My soup section, And I've got cans of tomatoes in there. Hanging up here, I have an apron because I get wet doing everything. I splash. And some extra oven mitts. Baking stuff. So the silver bags are panko. My egg replacement. The extras of the baking powder and baking soda because I buy in bulk. And then all of these are sweeteners. Because again, I buy in bulk. So this comes in a 6-pack. So I get 6 of these at Costco. And like these kind of 2-pack. So I get 2 of those at Costco. So those are all my sugars. And then I got honey back here. Chocolate. Dried fruits. It's raisins and stuff. I keep my dates in here. Same place, even though they're not dried. Nuts. Seeds. I had to move a bunch of shelves around. So down here I got, this one's rice. These are rolled oats. This is the smaller container I pull from daily. And then I've got like a 5-grain cereal thing back there. I don't really like it. So I've got some cereal here. These are my vinegars. I'm buying a bulk thing of apple cider vinegar. That's why there's a space there. So it'll have a home. Oils. And as we get further down, flours. Because we have a bunch of different flours. Because we have a bunch of different food problems here. Let's see what we got. We got tapioca flour in the back, unopened. Brown rice flour. Almond flour. So I have whole wheat, just normal flour. And then corn flour. Those are all my foodstuffs. So then my very bottom shelf has a bunch of appliances and the popcorn by the popcorn maker. And then on this side, I've got all my stuff just in there. And I labeled the drawers so we'd remember what was in them. But if I take like this random one's got everything in it. There's a bunch of stuff there. I've got my teapots there. Then we come on this side. I got all my vacuum seal stuff here. And I know that's super wasteful, but it keeps me from wasting food, so I will continue to use it. My juicer's in reach, because for the longest time it wasn't. Baking sheets that we use for the smoker. Bins. They'll randomly get used throughout the year. I have 2 right now with vegetables in them. Fruit. Then at the top we got extra stuff. So our roasting pans are up there because we barely use them. And then there's some extra frying pans and extra pots. So if I'm doing something that's going to possibly ruin a pot, I will use one of these because I don't want to use the expensive ones. Then I have barbecue accessories. And then I didn't really touch this shelf except to clear out the stuff that I dehydrated myself. Go even further down, there's a bunch of salt down here. And so there's more space in here now. It's not so crowded because I pulled out all of my stuff I did myself and put it in that shelf so that we know to use that first, because what I dehydrate at home is not going to last as long as a commercially dehydrated unit thingy will. And that's my pantry. I put a little picture up there. Anyways, that's what I did. Thanks for watching. Bye.